To me, the manager is the one friend the artist has. If he's doing his job, it's the one friend that the artist can count on to get the right answer, or at least an opinion about what he thinks is the best for him. I've always said, I had a line with Michael Bublé. I said, when your career's over, you and I will go fishing, but it'll only be in a boat that holds two, because that's the only two people that really care about you, is yourself and me. I believe when I find an artist, I have to totally respect what an artist wants to do. My job is to buy into the artist's vision and do the best I can to help him maximize it. If I can help the artist maximize his vision, then I've done my job. My job is not to create an artist. My job is to take an artist and make him happen on the world stage. That's what I believe. Without a manager, I don't believe an artist can do the job himself. I believe the manager is the most key guy on the artist's side. I was told long ago when I started the business with Randy Bachman, who had been in the Guess Who and sold a lot of records, he really didn't. I knew in my heart that he knew more about the business than I did, because he'd been a big success and had a big star before I was. So he'd seen more problems, dealt with more things than I had, and I was young. And I said to me, Randy, I said to him, Randy, how can I manage you? You've forgotten more things than I've ever. I know. How can I actually sit there and manage you? He said, listen, I can help you and I can guide you, but I can't walk in there and say, I want this, I want that, I want to do this, I need somebody to say, he wants to do it, we want to do it, this is what we believe. I need a spokesperson. It's very hard for an artist to sit there and go, I, all day to a record label head. And so he wanted somebody to be his spokesman. I have a partner who is a partner in my overall business. He has a partner in his acts, because he believes that the two of them can do a better job but to have a bigger volume of acts. He might have 12 acts, and he's got a partner, okay? We disagree with that. I believe partners are brought in for only one or two reasons, or only for a couple of reasons. Expansion, if you want more acts, or to take some of the heat off. And I believe also it might help in a good cop, bad cop if you have to deal with an artist. I think that one-on-one thing, I feel so privileged when an artist sits down and talks to me, maybe not only about his music or his art, but his life, okay? What he's doing with his family, what he's thinking about spiritually. I think that's really an honor that he'll do that one-on-one. I don't know if he had to have the same conversation one-on-two. And that's what I think a personal manager is. The hardest thing about being a manager, one of the hardest things, is delivering the bad news. Okay, and we have to deliver the bad news. I'm sorry, we're in a building with 7,000 people. I'm only at 3,000 tickets. That wasn't my goal. My goal, I was in the 7,000 seat building because I thought I should sell 7,000. I mean, the artist goes out there and sees half a house. It's frightening when you're standing up there. You know, what's our defense? Turn up the spotlight so he can't see any further back? Papering the houses? We try, because they're fragile. If they see 3,000 people in 7,000 seater, they think their career's on the slide. Because they're artists, they go right to the disaster scenario. It's not a disaster. It's just didn't work here. Next night it'll be. It's you have to walk people through this stuff. The best part there is about being a manager is seeing a plan come to fruition and work. And I think that's the high of highs, okay? I've been fortunate enough to break an act every decade from the ground up. There's not many people who've done that, who've taken an act from nothing to global thing. America's one thing. You can get caught up in saying we break America. It's a big world out there. You can sell a lot more records around the world than you can in America. So when you see a plan come to fruition, when you have a dream, you and the artist, and you realize that dream, or even surpass it. I mean, an artist like Michael Bublé said to me when I started, Bruce, my goal, if I can make 100,000 records, if I can sell 100,000 records, I know they'll let me make another one. They told me. 100,000 records. If I sold 100,000 records, he'd be playing the lounge downstairs, I mean, so his goal, I want to get to 100,000 records. Then all of a sudden we got to 1 million. Then his goal changed. Okay, and that's great to see. That's great to hit a home run. And the home runs are few and far between, but when it happens and everything all comes together and everybody's pushing and things running all 8 cylinders and it's clicking, that's a big high. That's a big high for a manager or anybody, or the artist or anybody else involved in the project.